If you're not willing to work as a production assistant, then you're not going to work. And then you're going to have to work at a bank or someplace else to pay off that big student loan. PA is not really a sacrifice, in my opinion.
It's not.
No, I believe that it is a way to meet everybody and make relationships. What sets you up
Greatest
for your whole career.
the greatest thing that you can guys do yourself is to PA for many reasons. Let me just name a few. You as a PA, you're exposed to every department left and right. Number two, nobody's judging you. No one, which gives us the freedom to just be a butterflies, just check everything, just ask everything, any question, right? Because as a PA, you're still in this like, what do you want to do? Well, I want to be a director, I want to be a producer, I want to be a writer. Oh, really? What are you doing, working on? Blah, blah, blah. How about this? Oh, look at the lighting, look at the makeup artist, look at the, the fashion designers, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. But that's what PA does. It gives you the even ground to just really go into each and one of department. I would suggest when you start PAing, yeah, learn the ropes, how it works, blah, blah. Once you're secure, you can talk to your production manager or whoever is your above, like a key PA, and say, hey, I would like tomorrow to work in a camera department, just a whole day if it's possible. Okay, today you're exposed to camera. Tomorrow let's do the wardrobe. The next day let's do the makeup. And as you are jumping through all these different departments, you're gonna start navigating. Oh my gosh, I actually kind of like this. Let me try to get more into that. And that's how you actually discover your niche, which is brings me back to what Janet said. It's not the disadvantage, it's the highest advantage to start as a PA because of all these great assets that you're getting just by doing it.
And then Mike says, there is another way, do your own films. Yes, you should be doing your own films, but that's not going to get you all these relationships with people that you need on feature films. That's why you're here, is because you want to get into feature films. Doing your own films is not getting you in where you personally are going over to people's houses, other DPs, other ACs, other DITs, other editors, professionals. You got to get in with those people and have all these people be your friends that are professionals, that are doing feature films, which is what you want to do, or whatever it is that you want to do, be it TV, feature films, documentary. But you got to be friends with those guys. And the only way you really make friends, because you can meet them at a film festival. Hi, nice to meet you. They'll like you. They'll be really super nice to you and everything. How all the work gets transferred is when you're on set with them and they're working with you and they're like, oh, I like how Goran works, or oh, I just have such a great time working with Goran. And then a job comes up. Oh, we need somebody for a social shoot tomorrow at the rate's $2,000 a day. Oh, Goran. It's just like instant reaction, Goran. It's not, oh, the guy that I met at a film festival that was really nice that I'd never seen work, or I don't know how he works. I don't know how long he takes to set up the lights. I don't know how he talks to the client. I don't know if he can even get the shot done. I don't know if he has the right camera. What if he overexposes it? I mean, there's a million details to film production. And so you're going to go with the person that you're like, okay, I know his procedure. I know how he sets up the camera. I know how he works. I know how he speaks. I know his energy. People like him. I will look good by referring him. And plus I like the guy and he sent me work. Okay, that's what they're going to do. So this is why you need relationships with people that are in that sector that you want to be in. And the only way you get them, it is the only way, is by working with them on sets. So our process is production assistant to meet a ton of freaking people. And we're not trying to take over the world here, you guys. We're just trying to be like, make friends, basically. I mean, you're just making friends over like a year of producers and DPs and directors and people seeing your face and they like you and they like working with you. I like that guy. Oh my God, I like that guy. I like that girl. So you just want to get your face out there, just like I did when I was starting, going to the film festivals. I wasn't trying to get people to give me a job, see me as a sound mixer, hire me right away. I just trying to make friends and have them know me and be like, I like her. She's cool. She knows all about my company. She knows about what I did. She's really into it. She's part of our tribe. And then after you're working and you're learning, is like Goran said, you don't have to worry about, you're observing everything. You don't have the pressure on you yet. You can just learn and observe and watch and go like, holy shit, that was tough for that guy. Holy shit. Wow, what did he do? What did you talk to them? What did you do through that situation? That was pretty intense. How'd you know how to do that? The person takes you under their wing. Now you got somebody who gives you their personal phone number. You hang out with them at parties. You go look at art together, and you invite these people. Let's go look at some art, guys. Let's go to the camera house and look at this new camera.
One of the things that, I think I gave you this suggestion, Alex, and I'm kind of bringing myself back in a way, because I experienced two ways. When I was transitioning from PA to AC, I stopped PAing and I did AC. And I thought that was the right way, but it could be right way, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's only one way, right? What I've learned is when I was trying to transition from AC to DPing, I felt it really hard, because that was like a big, huge jump. I just put myself out there. I stopped working any jobs. It really brought me kind of almost down. Then it brought me up. So what I've learned through this whole process,
Can you talk about the down and up? I don't know what you mean by that.
Yeah, I'm gonna add to that.
Okay.
So the down, I won't getting any jobs anymore, because I was like DP all of a sudden, and people are gonna be like, whatever, right? People thought you're crazy. I mean, come on, it's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? But I don't care what people are gonna say, right? But what I've learned through this experience is, number one, at one point you should be able to be a good juggler if you need to. What I mean by that is I could have still do the AC jobs that makes me money, right? But then going back to what the person said, do your personal projects. I can do the feature film on my free time when I'm not ACing. So now I'm doing what I really want to do, which is be a DP, right? But I'm not sacrificing my earnings. And as I'm doing that, I'm juggling these two, and as slowly it's become closer and closer and closer until I can drop if I need one and continue with the other. But what I've done is I was trying to DP and I was AC here. I dropped the AC. Nobody knew about me. I didn't work anything to create my website. I didn't promote myself. I just thought miraculously people are gonna just want to hire me as a DP just because I'm a good guy, right? Ridiculous. But then what ended up happening, it was such a huge gap that I lost the connection in some ways, because you guys, you have to keep refresh. That refresh button when you're writing the letter or you're not trying to lose some documentation, you have to keep refreshing. People have to know that you're still there. Even the closest people out there, guys, I'm telling you right now, you have to keep in their mind, hey, Janet, how are you doing? Hey, Alex, what's up? Just want to reach out to you. One of the great things, Alex, you're absolutely amazing, man. You know how to reach to people. You are good, very unaggressive, very polite, very nice. Hey, just touching base. How is everything? Love that. Because every once in a while, he just bring that new dose of Alex in me. Oh, Alex is there, right? There's so many people we're going to work in our lives that, naturally, yeah, things fall through crack. But whenever, person that, you care and you love, and this is only, I'm talking for the people. I won't do this for someone if I'm not really good with, in terms of the energy or good, because it doesn't matter in the end of the day, if you don't like the person, it will generate, the energy will show. So I'm really adamant about, you go out there, there's plenty of people who are going to like your energy and you're going to like their energy. So you're not going to lack in that, but focus on those people because they're most likely to help you, not the jerk who just was rude to you the other shoot. He's not going to give you a job. All he wanted, even if he gives you a job, he's just going to make your life miserable. And then you're going to start doubting yourself. We don't need that. There's so many good people out there. We don't need to deal with those people. We want to get away from them, because you're closer to them. People are going to start associating you with those people. And then you're going to jeopardize yourself because of that. So far away from those, just focus on the good, positive people. And just keep in mind, hey guys, just touching base. Just want to see how is everything. If anything comes up, I will send your way or something like that. So keep it fresh, refresh.
You bet. Yeah, I definitely found my group of people. There were people that I worked with that just wasn't a match for me, just more harsher kind of people. And I need to be around sweethearts. That makes me feel good to be around sweeties. I just wanted to address Mike again. He said that if you're shooting your own stuff and you're making your own films for 15 plus years, you will meet all these people on your own set. You will meet people doing your own films, and you're going to have your smart little posse of people, your small little posse of people. But what we're talking about here is knowing hundreds of people that are people that can refer you work. So that's really what you want to do as a professional. I've got hundreds of people that I'm on their list. My Christmas list is 450 people, all people that hire me or refer me or are on my team. Yeah, it's a lot of people, and I'm tight with with probably at least 50% of these people now. I'm pretty darn tight with, you know. And so that is how you have a career where people are calling you for the kind of work that you want to do. So we're not talking about video work or zero budget films. I'm talking about where you can make $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year working on feature films and win an Oscar. So that's the ball game we're talking about here. Okay, so to get that kind of working, to get to that place, you've got to know people that are going to refer you that kind of work. And that will be other producers, directors, and DPs that work at that level. So how do you meet those people? Start off meeting them while PAing so that they're like, I love this guy, and they'll like you. Now, the reason why you might be resisting this is you're like, well, I'm not that kind of person that would just be like, have everybody love me and be super social like that. Well, that's where we have some growth, because I'm telling you, if you want a career at that level, you are going to have to be somebody that is good at working with people. People like working with. You must develop that side of you, and it's there. It's definitely there. It just might be a smaller part of you. But it's also a very fulfilling part of you that you want to develop, because believe me, I have lived a life where I've been, all about myself, and because of fear of people, just fear, I've lived that. And it's so much better once I realize that I want to connect with people. I want to be with people. I just want to be myself and share who I am and not have to worry about shit so damn much. And just get to know people, and take down the barrier, get to know them. Who would ever believe it? But then there's all these people that now are like, oh my gosh, you took down your barrier, now I can just take down my barrier. And I get producers saying, oh my God, I'm so nervous about this job, and I'm working with this creative person, and they're just like busting my balls, and they just open up to you. But when you're all strong, then they're going to be all strong, and then really there's no relationship. What are you going to talk about? It's like, how you doing? How's the morning? How's your weekend? Okay, great. It's not all of the good stuff that happens. So we want to get in. The main thing just to remember with this is, if you want a real career doing the craft that you want to do in the sector that you want to be in, DP for feature films, okay, 100 grand, 200 grand, 300 grand. Winning Oscars, working with Oscar award-winning people, working with Spielberg. You want to get into that stuff? Okay, then listen to me. Because you got to meet those people that do that kind of work and make friends with them and work alongside them. It's the only way. Because they're not going to refer you any work. This videographer that can shoot something great for $5 grand, they're not going to, that's like, these do not compute. These are not connected. So, depends on what you want. You can already make 30, 40, 50 grand as a videographer and have a great life, but that's not what you necessarily want. You want something more out of life. Wow. And why the hell not? Why not? You should. Your whole life should be about growing and experiencing anything. Why would there be any limitations? Why would we give ourselves any limitations?
You're right, Johnny.
Break them open.
Yep, you are right. Absolutely. I was my biggest enemy, guys. I will look myself in the mirror and I will be like, I don't deserve this. I shouldn't be doing this, blah, blah, blah. And Janet is absolutely right. Why not me? Why not you guys? We all deserve the best shot in our lives. So, I'm ready. I'm ready to take the next storm, and that's the attitude I imprinted in myself, because I was able to follow the rules, simple step rules, guys. And then I was able to do my own tweaks around that through this Friends in Film program. And that's the beauty of it, because in the end of the day, it's my way, but I'm utilizing the strategies that are paved through it. So I don't need to invent a new wheel, right? And then you make your own spin to it, because you're all personal, right? Because that's how life works, and you just bring to that next level for yourself. And I'm absolutely 150% for, like, yes, we should always dream big. and go forward. One, it's a dream. I just want to point this out because I think this was the biggest failure for me, not failure, but like a biggest challenge for me. I always want to be a successful. I always want to be an actor and hold the Oscar and all that. But then I had to ask myself a question: what have you done to get there? Have you read any acting book? Have you went to the acting class? Have you auditioned ever? Have you done any commercials? Yeah, I have a wish of becoming a best actor and holding the Oscar, but what have you done, Goran, to go towards that goal? I was delusional. I want to be a better person, but like I was not necessarily so nice to my mother, just as an example. So how is that equate, right? So one is a wish and one is like a hope. That's good, right? But it's not enough. We have to put some work. If I want to become a better person, what are the books maybe that I could have read? The other way around, like, I'm a big now fan of the audible books, right? I'm cooking or I'm cleaning and I can listen to the whole book in a matter of days. The new book just came in my mind. Okay, great. And I'm big about repetition, 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 repetition. When I started taking a program, guys, I kid you not, I used to watch a video over and over and over because it couldn't sink in my mind. I could not understand something. And I'm like, okay, there is a message in here. I know there is, but I'm not getting it. Why am I not getting it? Okay, let's go back. Let's rewind. It's not faulty to go back and rewatch. Before I was like just like looking through the scheming through the program. I was like, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I know. And program, the class is done, and I'm like, but did I implement anything? No. It has to become a second nature, and the way it does is by repetition. And then when it becomes a second nature, it becomes congruent with who you are, and then you're ready to move to the next step. So I'm a big believer. Like I overread the book, one book over and over and over. I do the classes the same way, and that's how knowledge comes in layers. The more that you read the first time, the second time you know better, the third time you know better, the fourth time maybe you talk to your best friend and say, hey, let's work on this book, let's study book studying. You learn even more. And that's the benefit that I've learned through this process of repetition, and that's how you grow.